quite an important week for gaming actually. Going forward, all first-party Xbox games are coming to the Xbox Pass service on day one. That's mad. $7.99 a month and all the games you could want. There was a story that a retailer in Austria are refusing to stock their console. This move towards a Netflix-like service for games could be a real pivotal moment in our industry. It's a real hot topic for conversation. I'm just going to talk about Dark Souls though. With the upcoming release of the Dark Souls remaster comes another opportunity for From Software to implement an easy mode into their hugely successful game series. But should they? It's a long contested argument and one that has recently flared up again with this new remaster coming later in the year. It seems a perfectly reasonable request. There's absolutely no doubt that the relentlessly brutal nature of Dark Souls has turned many a gamer away from experiencing what I believe to be one of the greatest games of all time. So why not have an easy mode so more people can experience one of your all-time favourite games, I hear you shout. Alright, well stop shouting and I'll tell ya. Rude. Whenever I have the option of choosing a difficulty in a game, I personally go for whatever the default option might be, as I work under the assumption that this is how the developer intended their game to be experienced. But in my mind, having an initial choice in difficulty creates a problem. Players have no context in which to make that initial choice. Maybe you choose easy mode when you are more than capable of playing on a higher difficulty, and as a result the game is boring, or vice versa. You choose a higher difficulty when actually you would have had more fun playing on a much easier setting. The point is you just don't know until you've gone into the game and spent some time with it. Dark Souls' approach to this problem is just by taking that simple choice away. From Software know that feelings of accomplishment are felt most strongly after overcoming severe adversity. Things just aren't as satisfying if they're as easy as your mum. Dark Souls wants you to feel a certain way. It wants you to feel like a hero when you land that final blow on a boss, like a ninja cat when you successfully dodge an enemy attack, and an intrepid explorer when you discover a new shortcut. The difficulty of Dark Souls is a byproduct of wanting to give players this sense of achievement. Beating a boss or dodging attacks would feel like business as usual if the difficulty wasn't there. Shortcuts would be pointless if the journey is a walk in the park. You could give the player more health, the enemies less health, and yes, you could experience the lore, the architecture, but you'd be missing out on the fundamental experience of Dark Souls. The exploration and atmosphere feels good because you overcame great odds to discover it. You would finish the game sure, but in my opinion, you wouldn't have beaten it. But that's not to say Dark Souls doesn't have difficulty options. Certain classes make the game easier, summoning other players for co-op makes the game easier, and there's never a shortage of forums out there that love giving players advice beyond geek good. So for these reasons, no, I don't think Dark Souls should have an easy mode. But actually it doesn't affect me, does it? If they put in an easy mode, I can just ignore it. How you choose to play your game doesn't affect my time with it. And while, yeah, I genuinely believe you're going to have a less good time with Dark Souls if you play on an easy mode, that's up to you. Do what you bloody like. Casual. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. We are now going into week 4 of the channel, can you believe? And it's all systems go. I'm having a great time. Getting some great comments on the videos, and I'm really enjoying the conversations we're getting going about these games. Yeah, so Dark Souls, should it have an easy mode? Let me know. Yeah, I do fall into that line of wherever I don't care. Like, if you want to play Dark Souls on easy mode, I don't think you've really experienced Dark Souls, but whatever, do what you like. It's hard. It would be hard to share a conversation with that person about our experiences with Dark Souls when they will be fundamentally different. I do feel like we would have played 2 completely different games, but yeah, that's up to them as it is up to me. So let me know, should we have it or not? Let me know in the comments. Give me a cheeky subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Salam.